Has it been nice, Darren, to have a bit of a reset over the past couple of weeks? I guess now you can look at these final few games almost as a little season in themselves.
Yeah, very much so. We knew obviously Portsmouth being in that final, we would have a bit of time off, and when the game got rearranged we knew it'd be a couple of weeks between games. We'd had a meeting about it quite considerable time when we knew about Portsmouth. As soon as they got in the final, we came up with a plan that we got a bit of rest into the players. They had a few more days off than they would normally do, but only probably because of this time of season we're at, you know, in terms of they've played a lot of games, a lot of them, and mentally and physically they needed that break. But in saying that, we've still got quite a lot of work into them. Not all of them had it off, like Tomo, he was in for extra days because he needs a bit of work. So, but yes, we spoke about it and said we've got to make the most of it in terms of making sure the rest and freshen up, because we've got to make sure that, you know, we have that real energy for the last 7 games. Yeah,
because it must have been tiring over recent weeks, clearly, with the number of matches, but also with yourself coming in and new ideas and all of that side of it.
I think you're absolutely right. New ideas, a different manager coming in can be sometimes unsettling for players. Not knowing if I'm going to stay, Gavin and I are going to stay, could be, so all that sort of thing's gone away now, and yeah, I think things are different to what they were before. And I think the break came just at the right time. Even though we got a game won, also Josh Knight back fit, Dembele back fit. I'm trying to think of who else there was. Bennett back fit. So it gives me a good opportunity to get most of the squad back fit.
Yeah, and when you look at the situation, of course you're going to look at the table and the remaining fixtures and all of those things, but really when you get to the bottom line, you've just got to win a good bulk of the games you've got left.
Absolutely, and there's no, you know, obviously when we're not playing, teams are playing, and you know, results can do this, that, and the other. You know, I went to watch Gillingham and didn't really focus on anything else, because once you come out of it at 5 o'clock last week, you know what you've got to do, but it wouldn't really have changed. You know, I feel we have to pick up definitely 4, pretty much 5 wins, and you know, are we capable of doing it? Have we got enough? We'll find out. All we've got to really focus on, and what I'm trying to get through to the players, is treat each game as they come, and you knock one off the list, and against Southend, can you knock another one off the list against Gillingham, and that's all we're looking at.
Yeah, and of course, if and when you get to those playoffs, if you won the bulk of games, you'll have that momentum as well, which will be crucial, and I suppose it's the only way it's going to happen now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'll have that momentum.
Absolutely, the only way anyone's going to get into the playoffs that are not in it now is through having a hell of a good run of wins, and which sets you up perfectly for the playoffs. So that's what we're looking to do there.
What do you make of Gillingham? It's strange really with the relegation battle at the bottom of the table, so many sides involved. I think they're 6 points away, is it, from the bottom 4 at the moment, but a whole host of teams in between them, so I guess they'll feel they're almost there.
I think everyone always says the 50 marker, it's been proved wrong, as we've found out to our cost. It is generally a safety net. They won't go down because there's just too many teams below them. So yeah, in terms of points, they're almost there. They're good. They're good form away from home. I watched them last week. I've also watched some videos. They beat Wimbledon in the last away game, 4-2. Their front three are a handful. There's no question about that. So we're going to have to defend well against them, and we're going to have to do certain things that we've worked on and spoken about well. They've been playing the diamond midfield that we know very well ourselves. So again, it's going to be another tough match, but you know, we've got to try and get up to the standards and expectations, and seen signs of that against Southend certainly, and coming together a little bit more. And we've got to try and be consistent in that, but the main thing is to win the game, and that's it.
Yeah, and I think you said that with the Southend game, that you made a couple of tweaks which were very much all about winning the game and doing the best possible for some of the players, so you must have been really pleased to see that come off.
Yeah, I think as a manager, everyone's got their own way of and style and philosophy, if you want, even though I don't particularly like that word, but and sometimes, you know, when you come in at this stage of the season, you may have to just tweak a few things and sacrifice a few things, and that's no problem with that. I don't care how it happens as long as we win. But the players took on board the information. We took away certain elements of perhaps risk and perhaps building frustration through the fans and ourselves. So I thought our performance was good. I thought first half against Southend it was very good. When you watch it back, we could have been 3, 4, 5 up against them, but We have got good players in terms of, in particular, I feel the attacking areas and exciting players, and it's up to us to find a way of getting them playing to the best ability.
Yeah, and you were talking about some of those combinations. We saw that against Southend, not only good individual performances, but those combinations coming together.
Well, I felt it was a good team performance, and I thought it was a disciplined team performance. There was no real thrills to it. It was a job done, professional, and that's what I wanted. It's probably the most disciplined performance we've had. When I say disciplined, I mean I don't talk about sending offs or any bad. I'm talking about a disciplined performance in the sense that on and off the ball, there was no thrills to it. We worked hard as a team, and the distances and everything else, looking back at it, were very, very good.
What did you make of Ivan Toney and Lee Tomlin in that combination up front?
Good. They played close together, which was good, and there was a clear combination there. And I think with Lee as a striker, if we do, if we play that way again, as a striker, he'll provide chances for them, and the way he plays, it is probably his best position, Lee's. And I felt again he was typified the performance in terms of the pressing he did. Yeah, he was struggling after 65-70 minutes, but I don't mind that as long as he gives you intensity. I'd rather have an intensity for the way he played 60 minutes rather than have half of that for 90, because we've got players on the bench that can replace him. So we're gradually getting there with him, I think.
With the couple of weeks off, as it were, for Siriki Dembele, is he now ready to start
Yes.
if required?
Played Tuesday, 90 minutes. He looks good. He looks good, Dems. And he's a player that I'm really looking forward to working with. He's a lovely lad. Got lots of ability. And he feels confident, he feels good, so yeah, I think he'll have a part to play.
Yeah, and overall it's good to have that reset on the injury situation. I know things can change ever so quickly, but to go into this mini-season, if you like, and have all of your options there, that's a real boost.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, what are we now, in start of April? We've got 4 weeks to go bang right at it. 4 weeks isn't long, and then we'll see where it takes us. But all we're concentrating on is a game at a time and trying to prepare as best we can. And then the players have to get a performance level, hopefully enough to win a game of football. But really it is about winning, and if we play nowhere near as good as we can but win, then we'll take that.